Hey everyone, I'm Justin Crumley, and this is CuJo Productions, the CuJo Sports Talk Show. Yep, a little bit of an announcement that people who normally watch this might not enjoy hearing. This is going to be my last installment of this show for a while. Not for good. I'm not completely terminating this segment on my channel. It's just there isn't going to be a new installment, a new episode next week. There probably won't be a new installment for a while. Might be a couple weeks, could be a month, I don't know. It's just having to do this every week is getting a little stressful, and and there's other things going on in my life. There's also other videos I want to do on my channel, and I can't usually get to them because I'm too busy filling out stuff for my sports show every week. I'm not completely turning this off my channel. It's just there isn't going to be a new installment next week, and there may not be for a while. I'm thinking maybe when the Red Wings, if the Red Wings make the playoffs, maybe I'll do like a little preview for them, series preview. The Tigers have started their season. Like maybe break it up into little segments about each like team. Red Wings, Patriots, Tigers. Sometimes the Pistons. As far as the CuJo Sports Talk Show, it's still going to be around. I'm still going to do them every now and again. I'll still keep the title, but it'll just be about one team. I don't know. Whatever I decide to do is whatever, but just don't expect these every week anymore. With that said, let's get this week started. Alright guys, we are back, and let's get into something that happened a couple of years ago during the Boston Marathon. If you guys know exactly what I'm talking about here. The Boston Marathon bombings, that big huge manhunt, all that. Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. Two of the guys involved, they were caught on camera. One of them died. They were brothers. The older brother's dead now. He got shot and killed in a police firefight. Well, the biggest manhunt in Boston history took place to find the little brother. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. Here, right at the bottom of the screen. That's his name. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Sorry. Well, anyway, they did this manhunt, the biggest manhunt in Boston history. They found him. They arrested him, and now, today, he was found guilty, and he's facing either life in prison or the death penalty. You know what? I am absolutely glad that this is happening. I'm absolutely glad. And if I could just speak my own opinion for a second, I just want to say that it's really great knowing that justice has been served. Anyone that died can now rest in peace. Any victims or families of the victims can now sleep better knowing that these assholes finally got what was coming. One of them's dead, been dead for a couple of years. The other one's finally going to get what he has coming. And if I may just speak my mind for a second, I hope this son of a bitch gets the death penalty. I really do. I hope he fucking dies. because he doesn't deserve the gift of life. I'm not going to pull any punches. I hope he gets the death penalty, and I hope his death is slow and fucking painful. I really do. Like I said, it's just great knowing that justice has been served. Even if he ends up getting life in prison, he's going to get killed in prison, so whatever. I would just personally like it more if that son of a bitch got the death penalty, got the worst possible fucking death penalty. Because for all the pain he caused, that asshole doesn't deserve to live. He can just get the fucking death penalty, and he can rot in fucking hell for all I care. Alright guys, let's calm down a bit. Let's get into something really awesome, and that is the start of Tigers baseball. Yes, Tigers baseball. Baseball's back, and I'm very excited to talk about this. Why? Because the Tigers are not only 2-0, they made history today. And I'll get to that in a second. Okay, 2 days ago, April 6th was opening day. The Tigers beat the Twins 4-0 on opening day. This all came about, well, I think, with J.D. Martinez got his first home run of the season. He actually got the first home run of 2015. I read something on Twitter about it, that the first home run of the regular season in the Major Leagues 2015 was hit by J.D. Martinez. So that's really awesome. Alex Avila went long. That made it 3-0. I'm not sure who got the other RBI. I really, for the life of me, I can't remember, and I apologize. I really do. But anyway, Tigers win 4-0. Joe Nathan actually got the save in this, so that's really cool. Unfortunately, I've got some bad news about Joe Nathan, which I will get to in a second. But anyway, David Price. Holy shit. He pitched a hell of a game. He went 8 2/3, and he pitched a shutout. Thanks to that awesome defense from the Tigers, Kurt Suzuki actually almost hit a home run, and Yoenis Cespedes robbed him, and it was freaking awesome. I love Cespedes. I cannot praise David Price enough for the pitching job that he did. He had 6 strikeouts, went 8 2/3. He pitched a shutout. Couldn't have asked for a better opening day. It gets better, though. Today, April 8th, Tigers played the Twins, and they absolutely demolished them, 11-0. Now, Justin Verlander was originally supposed to get the start, but we all know this by now. He's on the DL. So, yeah, he won't be back till about, I think, April 12th. It's not that big a deal. It's just it's a tricep strain. It's nothing. Brad Osmus isn't really making a big deal out of it, but yeah, the Tigers. So Anibal Sanchez got the start in this game. He went 6 2/3, and the Tigers absolutely lit up the scoreboard here. I mean, I don't remember any home runs being hit. In fact, I don't think there was any, but Jose Iglesias went 4 for 4 today. I don't know how many RBIs he had. Kinsler had a lot of RBIs and some runs. Cabrera had a couple RBIs. Just everybody pitched in today. Alex Avila got on base a lot. This was a total team effort. Tigers destroyed the Twins, 11-0. I mentioned the Tigers made history. All right, you notice the 2 scores. Opening day, 4-0. Today, 11-0. The Tigers have started their season on back-to-back shutouts. Not once has it ever happened in their team history. That's right, we witnessed history today. The Tigers have been a team for a long time, and we witnessed history from them. For the first time in their team history, they've opened up with back-to-back shutouts.
Groovy.
Fucking awesome. It really is. So, yeah, like I said, I couldn't ask for a better start to the season. Tigers play the Twins tomorrow. They end their 3-game stint with them. Hopefully, they keep the shutout streak going. They finish up their series of Minnesota tomorrow at 108. Then they go to Cleveland for a 3-game series. Then they go to Pittsburgh for a 3-game series. Then Chicago, then New York, and yeah, all right, I'm going to stop there. So hopefully the Tigers can keep winning, get a nice little head start in the AL Central. Let's hope they win that 5th straight title, and more than that, let's go for the World Series. I mean, that window of opportunity is closing. You know, you can never count out the White Sox or the Indians, and the Royals went to the World Series last year, so I don't want to count them out either. So, yeah, let's just hope the Tigers keep up their winning ways. Go Tigers. All right, obviously Justin Verlander's been placed on the 15-day DL. I mentioned that he's supposed to come back on the 12th, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. Joe Nathan, this is the bad news I had. Joe Nathan was placed on the 15-day DL. Some kind of elbow injury. I'm not 100% clear on it. So Joakim Soria is going to move into the closer role. This is why I really love that the Tigers picked up Joakim Soria's option. They, now they have a fallback plan if Joe Nathan, got injured or sucked like he did last year. So, yeah, Soria is going to be the closer until Joe Nathan comes back, can resume baseball activities. All right, guys, let's talk some hockey. Yeah, last Thursday, the Red Wings blew a 2-0 lead and lost 3-2 to the Bruins. They didn't even get a point out of this. They lost in regulation. And at this time, it really didn't look good for the playoffs. I mean, I was sitting there thinking, oh boy, it's going to end this year. Holy shit. We're not even going to hit 24. We're going down with the San Jose Sharks. Wow. But then this happened. This past Saturday, the Red Wings beat the Minnesota Wild 3-2 in the shootout. I'm not kidding. The shootout. Jimmy Howard was absolutely dominant in the shootout. He only gave up, I think, 2 goals. So really, really fronted off all of his haters. And I was actually starting to become one. Now, well, to say I was becoming a Howie hater is a bit of a overstatement. I wasn't really becoming a Howie hater. I was starting to see it. I was starting to see why people hated him, and I did explain in a past installment that Howard, he's not 100%. He still has that groin injury, and it's lingering, and it's bothering him, and yeah, whatever. Go back and watch that if you want to know more about that. But anyhow, Darren Helms scored the last goal in the shootout, and I mean, this game was a total nail-biter, and it wasn't because, our playoff, actually, yeah, it's completely because our playoff hopes were starting to diminish, and the fact that the Red Wings were able to pull this one out in the shootout really shows a lot of effort, a lot of fight into the Red Wings. They don't want to see this playoff streak end, and neither do we. So, Darren Helms' goal was actually had to be reviewed because at first it looked like it didn't go in, but after you go back and watch that replay, it clearly went in. It was a goal, and it was a damn good one that put the Red Wings on top. Actually, they won because it was a shootout. All right, let's go over the scores. Who scored? Sheahan and Nyquist both score in regulation, which at one point, actually it was 1-0. Parise scored the 2 goals for the Wild. Parise scored the first goal, then Sheahan, then Nyquist, and then Parise tied it back up for the Wild, and then they went to the shootout. Okay, as for the shootout goals, Nyquist and Sheahan, big day for them too, and then Helm got the game winner in the shootout. The Red Wings picked up 2 crucial points and hit 95 points on the season at this time. Now, the next day, which was Easter Sunday, I hope everybody had a good Easter, by the way, wasn't so good for the Red Wings. They lost to the Capitals 2-1. Now, I was pretty upset when this happened because, I mean, obviously the Red Wings lost, but really, they fought hard. They really did. Braden Holtby, man, he completely stood on his head. He's a better goalie than a lot of people will give him credit for. I'm not going to hold it against Mrazek. The Red Wings definitely could have gave him more goal support, but, whatever. It is what it is. Senators ended up losing in the shootout that night, so it was okay. Now we come to yesterday against the Hurricanes, which was the final home game for the Detroit Red Wings. And boy, oh boy, was it a good one. It shouldn't have been, but it was. The Red Wings beat the Hurricanes 3-2. Now we are this much closer to clinching a playoff spot. We could have clinched last night. We really could have. If we had won, and if those goddamn Penguins had beat the Senators. If the Senators lost and the Red Wings won last night, we would have clinched a playoff spot. We did our job. We beat Carolina in regulation. Guess what didn't happen? Let me go over this as calmly as I possibly can. The Pittsburgh Penguins got out to a 3-0 start in the game against Ottawa. Guess what happened? You want to guess? Take a guess. Write it in the comment section and give me a time so I know you did it before I tell you what happens. I'm sure you can all figure it out. It's a fucking no-brainer. Guess what fucking happened? Pittsburgh blew it.
Of course!
They blew it. They blew the lead. They blew a 3-0 lead. Way to go, you fucking Penguins. Now I have another reason to hate you guys. Just because they couldn't help the Wings last night, I'm going to be a spiteful asshole and just say it right now. I hope the Penguins miss the playoffs. I really do. No, really, I do. You can hate me all you want. I don't like the Penguins. I never did. I never will. Well, except last night. But then they made me hate them again. It's like they want me to hate them. Alright, well, my rant is done. So the Red Wings play the Canadiens tomorrow, and then they end their season against the Hurricanes again. If the Red Wings can somehow beat the Canadiens tomorrow, they clinch a playoff spot. End of story. That's it. Or if Ottawa loses to the New York Rangers, the President's Trophy winning New York Rangers. If Ottawa loses tomorrow, or if Detroit wins, the Red Wings are in the playoffs for a 24th consecutive year. Also, if the Red Wings can clinch a playoff spot, they will be the only team in the NHL to not miss the playoffs at all since 2005. Because the Sharks they had a 10-year playoff streak, and it's over for them. They're not making it this year. They can't make it. They're out. Done. So let's just hope the Red Wings can make the playoffs. Now, I have some bad news involving Eric Cole. He's done for the year. He really is. He suffered a neck injury at the hands of the Phoenix Coyotes, Arizona Coyotes. Still getting used to that. But anyway, yeah, he suffered a neck injury, which was lingering because he had a neck injury I think back in 2006, somewhere around there. But Eric Cole, man, he's done for the year. Not going to play in the playoffs. And actually, it gets worse. His career might be done. There's something wrong with I think he has like a spinal contusion. His career might be over. And it's a real bummer, too, because I liked Eric Cole. I thought he was a great addition to a great team, the Detroit Red Wings. I mean, he played for tons of different teams, Dallas Stars, Montreal Canadiens, the list goes on. But it really sucks that his career may just be over. Eric, if you see this, you probably won't, but if you do, really, from the bottom of my heart, man, I'm really sorry this happened. Get well soon if you can. We're gonna miss you, man. We really are. All right, let's wrap this up with some basketball talk. We get into the Final Four, which was the March Madness tournament. Duke slaughters Michigan State 81 to 61 to advance to their 11th national championship in school history. Ninth under Coach K. I hate. You know what? I'm just gonna say it, guys. Now, I like Duke. I don't hate them in any way, shape, or form. I'm not an anti-Duke guy at all, and I'm completely unbiased when I say this. I think Coach K is the best coach in the country in college basketball. I really do. I mean, 9 national championship appearances, and the school's only been to 11 in their entire history. That's a lot. That means only 2 times he was not the coach, they went. That's nuts. This actually happens to be Michigan State's biggest margin of defeat in a tournament game in school history. So, yeah, there weren't too many happy Michigan State fans. Next, I want to talk about Wisconsin. They did the impossible. They beat Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky was 38 and 0. They were 38 and 0, and Wisconsin beat them. I forgot what the score was. I think it was like 71 to 64 or something. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so Wisconsin and Duke national championship. I'll be honest. I was actually hoping for Wisconsin. I really was. I'm a Big Ten guy. I was definitely hoping for Wisconsin. Well, unfortunately, it didn't happen. Wisconsin put up a good fight, but sadly, they couldn't do it. They couldn't beat Duke. So Duke won the national championship. It's their 5th national championship in school history. I don't know how much of that is under Coach K, but congratulations, Duke. You earned it. Also, before I move on to the Pistons, I want to get into the women's national championship. Pretty sure we all know by now Connecticut won. And I'm not hating on Connecticut. They got a great program. I'm just saying, when I saw Connecticut made it to the national championship against Notre Dame, I kind of knew. I kind of wanted Notre Dame to win that. I really did. And I'm a Michigan fan, so I don't normally root for Notre Dame. But I was definitely rooting for Notre Dame over UConn. But it is what it is. UConn ended up winning. They didn't blow them out. I don't know what the score was. I forgot. It was last night. And yeah. So, yeah, congratulations to both Duke, to the men's Duke basketball team, and the women's UConn basketball team. Job well done. You both earned it. All right, real quick, let's get into some Pistons recap. The Pistons lose to the Hornets, 102 to 78. They lost to the Bulls. Bills. I almost said the Bills. They lost to the Bulls, 88 to 82. But it's okay. We're gonna end this on a good note. They beat the Heat, 99 to 98. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. As I said at the beginning, the CuJo Sports Talk Show isn't going away for good. I'm just gonna kind of take a break for a bit, and I'll probably end up like separating the different sports, the different teams. You know, like maybe I'll dedicate a whole show to the Tigers, or maybe I'll dedicate a whole show to the Red Wings. Uh, Maybe even the Pistons, even though I'm not the biggest basketball fan, or just whatever's happening in the sports world. You know, so kind of think of it as like a reinventing of my sports talk shows. Not everything's going to be in one thing, and they're not going to come out every week like I've been doing for however long I've been doing it for. I'm still going to give shout outs on each show if I have any to give out. I haven't really been doing much on Twitter, and I don't want to keep giving shout outs to the same people every week, so hey, it is what it is. Before I go, I would like to quote Ernie Harwell. I don't like to say goodbye, so instead I will say thank you. Obviously, I can't say goodbye because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm still going to upload videos throughout the week. I just, as far as the sports talk show goes, it's not going to be every Wednesday or every Thursday. I'm not going to shoot out one sports talk video a week. Just when something happens, like maybe like in the middle of the Tiger season, I'll go over what I like seeing, how they're doing as a team, whatever. The Red Wings, it'll probably be the playoffs, a playoffs preview, whatever. So that's really the only change that's going to happen as far as the CuJo Sports Talk show goes. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for anything and everything. Till next time, guys, I'm Justin Crumley. This is CuJo Productions, signing out.